Hello and welcome back to another video. Yes, you read the title correctly. Today I will be ranking every Ultra Rumble character in who I think I could beat in a fight. So, I'm 6'2", I'm relatively well built. I've done sports in my time. I know how to fight. I've got boxing under under my belt. I'm a people's champion. I feel like I could take on at least one person in this roster, I hope anyway. But we have the tiers here. We have the I win, I have the I struggle but win, the even tier, the lose tier, and the instant death tier. So who am I going to start this off with? Do you know what? I'm going to go with one that I think I would win through and through. So I'm going to throw in the rule that no weapons are brought into the fight. So that means like Toga doesn't get her knives, Momo doesn't start off with like a sword or something, she has to make it within time. Twice doesn't have his knives and all of that, like it's all like good old fisticuffs. I'll let Compress keep his cane just because he looks kind of cool with it, so he can have that. But like if the weapon is part of their quirk or attached to them, then sure. Example, Lady Nagant's elbow literally being a sniper rifle, like there's not really much I can do about that. But President Mike throwing a boombox down at me to do extra damage to my eardrums, no, that's not in play. Or I'm trying to think of who else. Denki having like his traps or whatever, like those don't exist. Like no weapons like that. They're not allowed. If they can make a weapon out of their quirk, then sure. Like Hawks, he can make a sword out of his stuff. That's all fine. So there's one character that I feel like I 100% could beat their ass, and it's Monoma. There's no way I lose to Monoma. I don't care. I'm going in with that. He can't copy me. He can't copy my quirks because I don't have a quirk, So it's straight up just fighting each other. And last time I checked, Monoma gets knocked out every time by Kendo from a single karate chop to the neck. And I don't care if she's using her quirk. Every time it's happened on screen, she doesn't use her quirk. So, I don't think Monoma's the most durable. I feel like a couple punches could take him down. Maybe he'll just like get caught mid-run or something, thinking how he's better than me and whatnot, and just poof, right across the face, he's done. One punch and he's out of there. He's like the only character that I feel like I can see myself hard at winning. Deku, Assault Deku. So what is Assault Deku? He's able to shoot shockwaves out of his fingers. He has Black Whip, and he has a kick. He's gonna be super strength anyway in his punches. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Like, if I'm somehow able to withstand any of his like finger blasts, that sounds awful out of context, or like I don't even know what to call it. There's shockwaves that he shoots out of his fingers. I mean, like that's great. I mean, they're probably gonna kill me in like 2 hits. Even 1 hit could probably kill me. But let alone that I'm gonna have to deal with powered up punches and a kick to the stomach. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Deku is going to absolutely kick my ass in that scenario. Red Deku, I think it's just a similar scenario, just he's using his quirks differently. Maybe, the debris I could use to hide that he can build, but with all of the stomps and stuff. But again, I feel like the majority of the time, if he's going to be shooting me with his blast and that, I'm going to be losing the fight relatively quickly. Blue Deku. Over! I die. I die. That's it. There's nothing to say. He's literally the other two, but just on steroids. He's got 9 quirks. He's got the ability to hide himself. He's got gear shift, so his punches hurt me even more than they already did. It's so. Oh, I can't see myself lasting more than like 5 seconds against this guy if he was just locked in. Like, you saw what he did to Muscular. Muscular gave him hell when he was in these 2 forms, so I feel like in this form he's just gonna insta-kill me. Bakugo, I think, again, this guy, since he doesn't show anyone mercy or, like, does anything, again, he's just gonna go to town on me. I just can't see it. I can't see it. Ochaco. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in... Do I want to put it in even? I feel like it depends where we fight. Even / depending on scenario. So depending on... even / area, like the area we're in. I'll have even / area, because if I'm against Ochaco in the middle of fucking nowhere, like a desert or whatever, I could actually see myself pulling this off. I could see myself it going back and forth, purely based on the fact that she's not going to have rocks to like pick up and throw at me. You know, she's just not going to be able to do that. She's still going to have like the whole anti-gravity thing, which is where I feel like is going to be difficult. But, and I mean a big but, oh, she does have gunhead martial arts though, doesn't she? Actually, yeah, I lose. Never mind. I know the whole gunhead martial arts thing sounds like a joke, but if she's able to, you know, just break my arm or something in a single interaction, I think that's a safe lose. And for this one, I'm also just going to put in that I die. It's the same as that, but she's throwing shit at me now with her quirk. You know, she's able to touch the ground and cover multiple areas with her anti-gravity. She's flying with bits of debris and is also coming full charge at me. You know, this is some serious stuff. Okay, Ida. Okay, this is going to be my first even. So this guy is fast. He's fast. That's it. He's very fast. But if the area is big enough, say if we're in a massive arena, again, like the middle of nowhere, the desert, this guy's going to run out of his quirk pretty quick. He's going to run out of it pretty quick, so that's going to be my chance to beat him up, because it seems in the anime, when his engine stalls, that's it. He's done for a while. Not like in Ultra Rumble where he's done for a couple seconds. That is going to be a good opportunity to beat the shit out of him, because let alone he can fight when he's not in his quirk, but he's drastically slower. Like, he's gonna be much slower. If I can somehow withstand his insane speed for however long, I think I could actually beat Ida, or make it go back and forth and both of us give up on a even playing field. Todoroki, insta-death, and I'm gonna put that for that, and that's purely based on the ice. The fire, you know, stop, drop, and roll, I feel like I could withstand that a couple times, but as soon as I get frozen, I'm dying of hypothermia there and then. That's straight up just me gone. I'm gone. I don't think my body would be able to withstand that. And even if I did, having the whole thing of my body temperature just going up and down constantly, I think I would just like combust, or I would explode. I'm 90% convinced the human body would explode if it kept having its body temperatures going up or down. Either that, or I am just collapsing dead from all of it. Froppy. Froppy's going in even as well. I'm gonna be real. I think Froppy's the same as Ida, where it depends on the area. That, like, she's good. I don't know how strong she is, because she can throw people with her tongue. But I'm going with the aspect that I'm heavier than Deku. I think I'm heavier than Deku. And I've only seen her throw Deku and Tokiyami from the top of my head in the anime, and I don't think she's ever thrown an adult with her tongue. I'm not 100% sure on that. But, you know, like, it's still Froppy. She's still pretty smart with her quirk. She's very smart, actually. She's very battle smart, so she might actually be able to get the advantage on me in there, but I don't know. Like, it's whatever. Kirishima, both Kirishimas, they're going in instant death, because Kirishima 1, like, if he hits me, I am just going to break into a million pieces. One punch would most likely kill me. On top of, if he's throwing rocks out of the ground that he's making, the shield is whatever, that does not exist. I'm going to say that doesn't exist. But even if I do land a punch on Kirishima, I'm going to break my fucking hands. Like, my knuckles are going to disintegrate. I'm going to punch him, and then my fingers will be split open. My bones will be visible. If I'm going to be honest, even if I did get a full-on punch on him, it wouldn't just be my fist. I think my entire arm would snap in half if I decided to punch Kirishima. If he's in hardening. If he's not, then again, that doesn't really matter. And we saw the way to beat Kirishima is to just keep wailing on him, and I don't have super strength, so I'm not going to be able to keep wailing on him. I'm going to be able to hit him twice with both my arms, try and kick him twice with both my legs, and then I would literally just be a nugget on the ground with no arms or legs to fight back. And I'm pretty sure, again, if I get hit once by him, I'm going to die. Momo, I think I just lose because she can build nuclear bombs, she can build cannons, she can build weapons. Like, I'm not going to be able to stop her from doing that. She's very smart as well, and I feel battle smarts is very key in terms of your approach. Yes, she is an overthinker, but if she figures out that I have no quirk, I am cooked. She's putting a cannon down, and I am exploding into a million pieces. I am exploding into a million pieces. Tokiyami. Yo, Loki, this guy is even. He's even. It's even. It could even be a I struggle, but I win. Because Tokiyami, so I'm going to put this in the most ideal scenario for me. It's daytime. It is bright as it can be. It's a really hot day. Dark Shadow is not going to want to do anything, and it seems when Dark Shadow is in really bright light, he is a bitch. Like, it literally takes one punch to stop Dark Shadow from doing anything. And as we all know, Tokiyami isn't the best at face-to-face combat himself, so I think it could be a struggle just because Dark Shadow initially would be really terrifying and it's also a 2v1. But, you know, in the most ideal scenario, I think I could actually beat Tokiyami. Tokiyami could actually, you know, be a win. And I'm going to do the same for Denki, but I'm also going to put the tech one in loose. So Strike, I'm going to put in win, because this guy does not have full control of his quirk yet. You know, like, he's not withstanding his own electricity. So I think if I just try and avoid all of his stuff without getting shocked once and just, like, geeking out when I do get shocked, because if I'm going to miss, I think if I get shocked as a regular human being, I am going to die. I think I'm going to die, but I think with my reflexes and my stamina, I think I have pretty good stamina. I think I could beat this guy. I think I could make him brain fry and then beat him up. I think Denki could be a win. This one is a smarter Denki. He knows how his quirk works better, and he doesn't seem to brain fry himself as much. So, yeah, I think, one, he knows how to use his electricity from afar and absorb, like, more electricity or stuff around the area to power himself up. So I think that alone is gonna be the death of me. Kendo, I'm going to put in that, and I think I'm just going to put this one in there as well. They're both the same, basically. It's basically the same quirk, but big hands, so even if I get in close against her, she can just, like, kind of swat me away with her big hands. And if she punches me, she's obviously going to hit me with enlarged hands, and that's going to fucking hurt. And I don't think I'd be able to get much down on her. Even if I did hit Kendo, again, like, her punches are going to be way more impactful compared to mine. If we exchange blows, I think I could take, like, 2, and she could take a lot more compared to that. So, yeah, I can't see that happening. Ibara, I just die. I die. Insta-death from Ibara. I've seen what she's done to Denki, and apparently her Gamadao sucks the soul out of you, so if I get grabbed by her, which is probably going to be very easy for her with how many... well, with how far her vines can stretch in general as well, and that she can grab me. One, being grabbed by her is really going to hurt because it's vines, you know, they're thorns on it. That's really going to hurt. So even if I did survive a squeeze for like 5 seconds, I'm going to be all bloody and bruised and cut and probably barely moving after that. All she's got to do is keep her distance, and I don't think Ibara's the worst at fighting up close. I don't know. I feel like every time she's been in the anime, she's been a good threat to 1A. I'm pretty sure they see her as a genuine threat. And the only time she lost was when she got brainwashed. So I'm pretty sure her fighting skills are very good, and she's gonna kick my ass instantly. Mirio, yeah, this guy literally soloed the entirety of 1A with one punch, by the way. He soloed all of them with one punch to the stomach. If he's fighting me to kill me, yeah, he can do that. He can do that very quickly. Mirio is gonna insta-kill me. He is gonna go underground. I'm not gonna know where he is. He's gonna come up, probably split me in half as he punches through my stomach. He's literally gonna do what's it, the Kid Goku to Piccolo. He's just gonna charge through my stomach and just make me explode on the spot. And I'm gonna be honest, with the big three, yeah, I think all of them are just gonna absolutely just whoop my ass. Tamaki again, like, if I do manage to close the distance on him, I've got to think about all the food he's eaten, and primarily what we've seen, it's clam, octopus, some type of bird to get the talons, crab. All of those are pretty hard-skinned, like, well, I say octopus, like, octopus isn't hard-skinned, but, like, crab claw, yeah, that's gonna hurt on a human being. Like, a human-sized crab claw, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt to punch. The clam's really gonna hurt to punch as well. Like, I'm not gonna be able to break through all of it, so all he's gotta do is play defense and, like, try and grab me with the octopus. And even then, oh, he's got swordfish as well, fuck! Yeah, no, yeah, I'm cooked. Yeah, he's just gonna stab me from afar with clawfish. Like, yeah, he's clawfish, swordfish. He's gonna stab me from afar with that. I can't see myself winning against Tamaki. Maybe I could try and stall him out that, you know, the food wears off, but I highly doubt that's gonna be a thing because, like, this guy's got an iron stomach. He's just been trained by Fat Gum to just eat a shit ton. Nejire's a similar thing. One, she can fly, so I'm just kind of screwed in that department. I know technically Tokiyami could fly with his thing, but again, it's in the day, so he's got to come down eventually if he wants to fight. But Nejire can stay in the air forever, basically, and last time I checked, I can't super jump, and I'm not Mr. Fantastic where I don't have the stretchiest arms to get up there and reach her. I've got pretty long limbs, but yeah, if she decides to fly, it's just GG's for me. Shinzo. I'm going to put it in even. So the key to fighting Shinzo is that I don't say anything. I don't say anything. I don't talk to him. I don't do anything. The issue is that he's got the binding cloth, which he is not the best at compared to Aizawa. But, like, he's also, like, I know Shinzo's not the best at fighting up close. Well, no, he has to learn how to fight up close. So I think even if I do close the distance, we could exchange blows back and forth. I think we could fight for a while. I don't know how it would go because, like, this is a child. I could beat up a child. In-game, in a fictional setting. I could definitely beat up a child in fictional setting. But I don't know, at the same time, the whole thing of not being able to say anything to him the entire time would actually be really, really scary. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to make a new tier. I'm going to make a new tier, and I'm just going to call this one, like, Super Death. Like, Super Death. So that's going to put all my... I'm going to put all of the All Mights in this. One, like, if villains shit themselves whenever they hear about this guy.
Have no fear, students. Because I am here.
You saw what he did to Deku and Bakugo. Like, he literally used Deku as a weapon against Bakugo. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to take anything on him. Rapid Bite, you know, when he does the suplex, you're going down head first. My neck is going to be broken like a Mortal Kombat X-ray. Armored Might has gadgets, let alone he's got acid in one of his things. So if he punches me with acid, I'm going to melt from the inside out. That doesn't sound fun. And obviously, I guess Assault is kind of like Prime-esque All Might, even though it's not his Prime. Still, a single shockwave from him, or even like a punch, is just going to make me disintegrate. Aizawa, I'm going to say lose. I think he's just going to, like, be all over the place. Like, he's basically Shinzo, but just harder. Like, I can talk to Aizawa at the very least. He can't erase my quirk, because I don't have one. But this is also a pro with the ability to just kick my ass with his combat skills and his binding cloth. Like, he's going to throw me all over the place. I know Aizawa's strong, because he's able to throw adults all over the place with his binding cloth. And he seems to have an infinite amount of it. And on top of it, since he doesn't have to worry about using his quirk, he's probably going to have a lot more energy instead of, you know, keeping his eyes open the entire time and not having to worry about that. So he's going to be a bit more energized in that sense. So yeah, I think I lose to Aizawa pretty easily. And I'm going to do the exact same for Mike. Unless if I'm allowed to bring in noise cancelling headphones, I still don't think that's going to be enough against his loud ass. But yeah, like, the present Mike's just going to scream and I'm going to want to kill myself, like, if in-game. It's either that or, you know, I just wait till my head explodes, and I think I'd rather just give up after the first scream. If, you know, him doing it from an insane distance is enough to make Jiro's ears bleed, I don't think I'm going to be lasting more than a minute against him in any type of area, because of how loud the screams are going to be. Cementoss, this is just going to be instant death. So, the reason why I think his one is bad is that it's cement. It's cement, so even if he threw a slab of cement at me, one, if it hits my face, I'm dead from impact. There's no way I'm surviving a whole block of cement being thrown at my face from a grown-ass man. Like, that's not happening. And even if it does, it's slamming me straight to the ground, and I'm gonna suffocate in the cement anyway. Like, I'm gonna be covered in cement. Like, I'm gonna die from that regardless. Even if he doesn't decide to do that, depending on where we are, he can just build structures. And even then, he's made out of fucking cement. I'm not going to be able to land a punch on this guy. It's the exact same as Kirishima. My knuckle, my arm, my entire body will break after one punch. I'm like, what do I do against Cementoss? What do I actually do against Cementoss in that scenario? Endeavor, Super Death. I think as soon as the fight starts, it would go something along the lines of this. Hey Endeavor, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but, you know, are you ready for this nice little 1v1? I mean, I think... I don't really think I need to say more, but Hawks, I mean, both of them do the same thing. Is it instant death? Yeah, it's instant death. He's just gonna immediately use his feathers to make a sword and then just cut me into pieces. Maybe it's not instant death then. Maybe it's just a hard lose, like death by 1,000 cuts. I'll rename this to lose/death. Yeah, Hawks is just gonna cut me to 1,000,000 pieces. Like, I'm 100% getting cut to 1,000,000 pieces. And I'm not going to be able to catch him. One, he can fly. Two, he can use loads of feathers to just keep track of me and whatnot and increase his mobility. Like, it's just stupid. It's stupid. Mount Lady. Yeah, okay. Yeah, make all the jokes you want about her stepping on you and that, but yeah, I'm dying. I'm dying straight away. It's basically Titan versus human, but the human has no gear to take down the Titan. I'm not beating her. I'm not beating her. She's going to be in giant form. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not even going to take into consideration that she decides to go tiny. Why, in what universe would she want to be tiny in a fight? Unless if she feels like she could take me on in that way, but I'd still think I lose. She is a professional at the end of the day, so she's definitely got a lot of fighting style. Well, she's probably got a lot of fighting under her belt, so yeah. I don't think it's looking too good. And if I'm going to be honest, looking at this tier list, it's quite sad. There's only children that I can beat up at the minute. There's got to be one adult. I mean, Shiggy, can I even put him in even? No. No. No, I can't. Even though the decay isn't as strong, it's the whole aspect of that is still decay. Like, I'm still going to be losing my skin if I decide to punch him. If he blocks any of my punches, he can just melt away at my hand, my fist, you know, he can completely disassemble me. He's going to kill me relatively quick. I think I could land a couple hits on him because this Shiggy is very inexperienced, it looks like, at fighting. He's pretty weak. If I'm going off of this is like his Season 1, Season 2 Shigaraki, he's not really that threatening in terms of combat. He usually relies on others, but it's still decay. Decay is a very, very strong quirk. And I think I'm going to do the same for Assault. It's basically the same, except that you can make the environment around him have decay as well, and also just being near it makes me sick or something, or I just slowly die. This one is just instant death. I'm not escaping that. He can see me through walls, so even if I hide from him, he can do that. He's got a constant swarm of fingers and stuff coming after me. He can make his fists bigger. He can heal. Well, he can't really heal in the... Well, actually, no, he can heal in the anime, can't he? He has regen. I forgot about that. Yeah, so, yeah, that guy is essentially immortal. So, do you know what? That one is going in super death, because literally anything I do is gonna happen. Both AFOs, I can just see it going something like this. You know, AFO, this is all kind of pointless, because I don't even have a quirk for you to take, so all of this fighting doesn't benefit either of us. So how about you just let me go, and that's about it. That's really all I've got to say. This guy has a million quirks that are available. He even gave All Might a hard time, and I think All Might's just gonna kill me instantly. So yeah, Dabi, very similar to Endeavor. It's just gonna go like this. Yeah, it's the exact same, but just blue this time. Toga. Okay, right. So I said no knives or weapons or anything to be brought into it. It has to be part of the quirk. Yes, her drinking blood is part of the quirk, or like blood is part of her quirk, but the knives aren't her quirk. She's just very good with knives. If we're going fist to fist, I think I could beat up a schoolgirl in game. I think I could beat up Toga. I honestly do think I could beat up Toga. And it comes down to the whole thing of that if she drinks my blood, it's just me. So I think I could beat myself up in a fight as well. So I think Toga is actually, do you know what? I think Toga's a bit crazy enough to have no standalone fighting, but so I'm not going to have her in the I win tier like Bonema, where he feels super fragile. But I think I could actually beat Toga. It'd be a struggle because it's Toga, like she's crazy, but I think I could win twice. So he's going to have no knives. I don't know if I can count the tape. I mean, those come out of his wrists things, don't they? They're like his wrist cuffs or whatever. So he could measure me mid-fight and make me fight an army of myself. He can also make clones of himself, but he's not down to do that. He only usually makes one or two. So I feel a bit conflicted. I'm going to say it's even for now. I feel like since the clones are a bit fragile, they're not the hardest to take down. So it just depends on how good Twice himself is at fighting. And we don't really see him do it by himself. We mostly see him use armies. And even then, like, those usually get taken out quite easily. So I think that one could be, you know, pretty good. I think that one could actually be pretty good. That one could go even. Because, like, he is a grown man as well. So I think he is going to be able to throw a punch. Compress, I am definitely going to lose this one. I legit cannot get touched by him. If he touches me, I get compressed into a marble. He could literally do anything with that marble after. He could throw me off a cliff and snap me out of it. He could just chuck it up in the sky and then snap me out of it. Like, there's so many ways he could just kill me after I get compressed into a marble. Not only that, the environment around him, depending on where we are, if we're in a forest, you know, he could just compress a tree and then just throw fucking trees at me. He could throw rocks in the shape of a marble, you know, like there's so many things that he could just pick up. Even dirt like that, like throwing dirt at me, that's still gonna get my eyes and stuff, and it's gonna be very annoying to deal with. So yeah, compress definitely kills me in that department. Kurogiri, I'm gonna say instant death. I feel like it's gonna be that scene, you know, when Squidward gets thrown into like that zip thing by the Flying Dutchman. I feel like that's what it would be, getting warped by him, and I think the trauma of that would just give me a heart attack, and I think I would just like die on the spot after I get warped by Kurogiri. Let alone that, you know, he can teleport like himself. He can teleport himself. He's a piece of mist. He's got one bit that I can damage, which seems to be made out of metal regardless, so I don't even think I could actually do that much damage to him. So yeah, Kurogiri is borderline impossible for me to beat. Nagant, instant death. No matter where we are, she's probably going to know where I am and headshot me from a mile away, so there's not really much more I can say about that. I can't hide from her because she's going to find me. She has air hop as well, or air walk, so she can stay airborne if she wants. She's basically got infinite ammo. Her snipers... It's a sniper. I'm not going to beat a sniper. Even if I did close the distance, again, she's got a gun at her arm that she can just hit me with, which is going to hurt a lot more than fists, so... Yeah, Nagant's gonna fuck me up pretty good, and Overhaul is gonna be super death because he's compressed, but much worse. At least it's instant when he touches me, but it's still the whole like I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. Like I can't even stay away and like try and throw stuff at him because again he's gonna be throwing constant like rubble at me and all of that. No matter where we are, he can just break the ground and throw it at me. He can heal himself with like he could literally like take off my arm if he wanted to and use it to fuse it with himself to make him to heal himself. Like there's a lot he could do to just torture me and make it that much worse. But I think that concludes my tier list. Let me know in the comments if there's any characters you feel like you could beat, and if there's any characters you feel like I shouldn't actually be able to beat in this scenario. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I did making it. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.